and welcome to episode 2 of the Gamemaker tutorial that for some reason I just decided to make part 2. Yeah, roll the intro. So, basically, what we're going to be doing today is biomes. Now, it took me a little bit to crack this code because, honestly, I didn't know how to do it. So I had to kind of work on it because I am not going to check out other games to see what I've done in those, and I'm not going to do research. I'm going to go with what I know for as long as I possibly can on this game, okay? So that's going to be the goal, and by the end, we're going to see how good it turns out, and we're going to make a video on that. So basically, right now I'm making a player. As you knew, I made a player in the last video, and so I'm making it be able to move, and I can place it in the game, and as you're about to see, it's going to be able to move. Now, it's sped up, of course, so you can move a lot faster, and I can still destroy blocks, but the blocks are randomly placed, and it doesn't look nice. I mean, the islands look okay, but we're going to create a biome generator. So what this is going to do is the exact same thing. So we can just duplicate it almost. We can just duplicate the, I didn't like that color, the purple. I like the pink better, so that's what I did. So I created a biome generator, which I actually didn't really need to create because all I had to do was duplicate the one I already had. And what it's going to do is jump from place to place. And instead of creating a block, it's going to change a block. So it has the multiple different variations, and it'll do that for various things. Now, be very mindful of this. Whenever there is a collision with an object and you want that object to change, and you decide to choose object and you choose the object, that's going to change everything. So select other. I made that very clear in the recording, so I just had to throw that out there. As you can see, I was doing it all wrong, and do not do that part. Do not put it there, or else everything changes as soon as it collides. So do not do that. Do other. And what it'll do is do that specific one. So what I'm doing is, it looks to be, yes, this is the part that is really important. So I'm creating the 3 different things because I have the 3 different biomes. I have the desert, the forest, and the plains is what I have. Now you can add like a snow biome, which is what I'm going to add, which looks really nice. I love that. Now as you can see, I still have Krita opened up in the other one, which is really useful because I'm going to draw some things in there, and that is really useful software. It's highly recommended. So what I'm doing is my classic generation strategy, where you take something and it changes another object or that specific object, or creates an object or does any event. It has a random chance of doing it in a different way. That's what I do, and I found myself really intelligent for thinking of that, but I mean, do it your way. However you know it, do it. I don't really care what you do or how it works, just as long as it does actually work. Now, as you can see, I'm going around and changing everything and adding the little details, as in the changing object parts, where it would collide and change the object. So this is the desert. Now I was doing that part wrong, where I put the where the object, and I did that. That's wrong. You got to do the other. I'm gonna reselect that in a little bit. I don't know when it was, but I will. Don't worry about it. So just heads up right there. So I'm doing it for 3 different objects because I have 3 biomes, just like I said. Yeah, each land is different. I took off my jacket, by the way, in case you're wondering. I'm basically recording this right after the other one. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. This is the forest biome, as I'm working on right about now. The second one is the desert. I changed the logos, as you can see. There is the plains biome, the forest biome, and the desert biome. Yeah, so that's that. And it looks quite nice in my opinion. I don't know about you. But see, I'm changing it to other. I made that bad mistake right there. So I'm going to go around and change it to other. And I try to make it as clear as possible in them. And so if I were to go and spam these blocks into the room, they have the chance of creating those specific biomes. Now, the reason why I have that bottom one down there that I just clicked on is because I can place it in the room like this. And what it's going to do is it's going to change into one of those three. And that means it randomly generates the biome, the land, and how it looks. So it's going to look really nice, in my opinion. So just take a look at it right now. So here's the presentation. As you can see, it's very sloppy right now, and it doesn't look quite right. Now, this is just one specific biome. So this is one world that was just randomly generated, so it looks a little different. I did a little tweaking, and let's see how this one looks. See, then you actually have a desert biome and other biomes as well. So it makes it look, all in all, more natural. So I'm going to place a little bit more land to make it more diverse and add more variety. So you can see the forests that form, the plains that form. It's oddly satisfying, honestly. But as you can see, it does do that sort of thing. Now, in here, I'm going to make cacti. My bad if I make any sort of misspelling in this video. You can correct me down in the comments below. But what I'm going to do is copy and paste this. Sorry. I'm going to copy and paste this into the desert into the Krita, and I'm just going to draw little cactus. I'm using a pen for this, so if you're wondering how I'm able to go a little bit more detailed than if I were to use a mouse, that's why. And I can put my hand on it because it's not a touch screen. It's kind of weird to explain, but that's how it works. And so I copied and pasted this back into the game and renamed it Cactus. I put this in there as an object as well because that's important. And then what I would do is I would go into the desert and I would make the random change of it turning into a cactus. Now, the only issue with this is now I gotta do it for everything. That was just kind of difficult, but that's okay. My suggestion is not to make it as rare as 1 out of 10. That's kind of hard to find a cactus then. So I later on changed it 1 out of 5. So in the game there should now be cactus, or cacti if you would like to say it. See, there's some cacti forming in the world right there. I can move my little character over there and do whatever as I need. The best part about these videos is the fact that I can just talk about what they're doing, you know, because I know what happens. So as you can see, I'm doing a little more tweaking onto that specific thing just to change it to 1 out of 5 instead of rather that. So you can see all the cacti that have formed, and it looks much nicer all in all. Wow, that was a nice forest over there, actually. But yeah, see, it just looks all in all really nice. You can see the little desert that formed there as I closed out the window. So I'm going to create snow now. Now, this is going to be really cool. I was really impressed by what I've drawn, so I kind of drew over it with white, even though I already had a white canvas. Just wanted to make sure. Took a little bit of gray and kind of did slight lines in it to make it look a little more bumpy and rough as snow. So you can see that it just changes the contrast. You can see it much better. It's more bumpy. It has that feeling of touch. You know, it just kind of it makes you feel like you can see snow. So I was really happy with that. I don't want to go too on with that, but I was really happy with that. So you just copy and paste that back into the game and create snow. Now, whenever you're creating another biome, as in the snow biome, you gotta add a whole nother biome and connect it with the other biomes. I know that is a pain in the butt to do, but once it's done, it's really worth it. So what I'm doing here is I'm connecting them back into the original thing. So basically, I'm gonna leave trees in it. Now, I mean, this is up to you. You can do snow plains and snow forest. I didn't even change the graphics yet, so I can change that later. Sorry if I bumped the desk at all in this video. It's kind of my fault. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna add snow forest into here because why not? And it would look nice to have trees in the snowy biome. So there you go. There's that. And in a second, yes. Okay, so we're going to open up this. And yeah, there we go. So I actually didn't add it in because remember, you got to add it into the generator or else it can't randomly create the snow biome. So that's how it's going to work, okay? So make sure you do that, and then it's going to work. You see the little bit up there. This world didn't have nearly as much. It had more desert than snow, but I'm going to create a new one. You can see the little bits of snow. Look at all this snow in this world. This was a cold climate. This one had a decent one. It had more desert than snow, but it still had like things like Greenland and things. Nice. Very nice indeed. This is where the video is about to end. Right here. So as you can see, I can break trees, like I said in the last video I created that. But look, there's snow underneath some of the trees. So this is why I wanted to create the snow forest. But yes, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and like for part 3. And eventually we'll be able to show off the final product in an original video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Goodbye!